Hello friends, welcome to yet another video in the series of suggestive figure painting. These videos are aimed to help gaining confidence in adding tiny figures in your watercolor landscapes and streetscapes. Let's get into the video. We are beginning with a very light sketching of two figures here, and this is done with the help of a waterproof gel pen, and it's a very rough idea I want to develop, since our approach is going to be very suggestive. We are not getting into too much of details. Basically, the kind of actions we are just suggesting through a rough sketching, right? We don't need too much of details, as I told, because the figure itself is suggestive. And let them also hold an umbrella. Now I'm getting an idea that we'll make sort of a raining background context. So I think this much of drawing is enough. Now initially I did apply a wash with pale grayish blue, and I lost the video for that, a couple of seconds video. And while that wash is wet, I am applying another coat of slightly darker gray blue. The gray blue I made the gray blue by adding little bit of ultramarine blue with burnt sienna. So these are spreading now because the paper is wet except for the drawing area, and that kind of merging will give a suggestion of a misty or a rainy background. I am applying some slightly darker touches, and this again will spread, and it will give a suggestion of some trees. The edges are not sharp, the edges are very smooth, and that is just to create the illusion of rain, okay, and some reflection below. Right, now I'm sprinkling some water to create some extra bit of textures, and once it is fully dry, I am suggesting the figure now. The heads are very blackish in color, and that is made by neutral tint and little bit of burnt sienna. And the shirt or the apparel for the male figure is done with cobalt turquoise, and it's sort of filling the area, just a flat wash. And for the female figure, I am using permanent yellow deep, a little bit of an orangish yellow, and I am adding some color variation by adding a little bit of burnt sienna. There is a darker touch, otherwise it might look very flat. Now some touches of ultramarine blue and a little bit of violet. These are just to kind of suggest some extra bit of volume so that it doesn't look very flat. And now the legs we are just suggesting. The exact color used is not very important. I wouldn't worry too much about the color, except that it is better if you make it slightly darker, but that is not always mandatory. But we need to pay a little attention to the shape of the leg. Okay. So if you think these exercises, these painting practices, and my other watercolor techniques are helping you, please subscribe to my channel I'm planning to share more of these kind of videos, the figurative and landscape and streetscape videos, so that it can help those who are wanting to learn watercolors. I'm now adding a little bit of touches of white, just to diffuse the things and make it little suggestive. So little bit of, I'm wetting some reflection area underneath. It is very pale blue, or it could be just water, but my brush contains some blue color, so it is appearing as very pale blue. And I'll be applying some color, somewhat like a mirror reflection of what is above, so that it will look something like a suggestion. So here you should be a little careful about the color. I think the color that I am using is little dark. I may have to make it little subtle, maybe a little bit of I may have to drop some water and soften it, make it little lighter. Let us see how does it, we know that watercolor dries lighter, so this might dry lighter, but still I might think adding a couple of drops of water to, yeah, I think now it is okay, it is flowing. And if you have any suggestion, or comments or question, please do let me know in the comment box below. Some touches of dark where the figures are actually making contact with the ground, and some horizontal marks here and there. This to add to the illusion of water reflection, wetland. I'm not sure which color I should use for the umbrella. I'm using little bit of cobalt, turquoise and some watercolor white on the top. I'm assuming if purple is the right color, I think we may have to add some blue also. Adding some blue. This is just a dynamic decision I am making. There is no reference to this drawing. It is just from imagination. So whatever colors you pick are based on your imagination. I suggest you to consider picking the colors from imagination and picking up the subject from imagination, so that your overall imaginative ability will improve along with your watercolor skills. Yeah, these are the inner area of the umbrella, and I think this umbrella is making sense, right? In fact, I think we are pretty much done. The reflection is a little vague, but I think that is suggestive enough. Okay, a little bit additional dark for the certain areas where I think some dark can help. Some shadows for the jeans or pants. Okay, you don't have to overdo this. This is just a tiny bit of suggestions, and some kind of a misty feel is always helpful in creating suggestions. Some droplets and maybe some suggestion of light foliages here and there. That might create the illusion of some nearby foliages. I'm using a small round brush and the belly of it to get some uncontrolled foliages. I think this much is enough. We don't have to make it precise. Yeah, we are done pretty much. I think we have to stop now, because it doesn't make sense to add too much of details. Thanks for watching this video. Hope this was informative and helpful to you. If you have any comments, question or suggestions, as I mentioned earlier, please put them in the comment box below. And if these videos are helpful to you, please share it, comment it, and subscribe to my channel. So thanks again for watching this video. We will soon find another subject, and see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.